You are listening to an Atomic Broadcasting production, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the feature presentation. And remember, do your part, such as like, comment, rate, and don't forget to tell a friend to tune in for an Atomic Time.
Now, where did we leave off? Ah, yes. Val and Neros secretly summoned the psychopomp Corvus to ask about her parents. He seemed unable to speak freely of the matter, but confirmed he was holding on to the soul of Neros's departed mother. When Neros asked about her father, Corvus advised her to help Uver remember.
Red Bull, to me, smells and tastes, not smells, but tastes like mothballs.
Interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
The
I don't
very
know why.
first Red Bull I ever had, I drank it in less than 3 seconds because we were in a group right before a theater show. And we were like, let's do a Red Bull chug. And, a group of like 7 or 8 of us guys just downed a Red Bull. And that was the first Red Bull I ever had.
Cool.
You're the first Red Bull I've ever had.
I don't remember.
He
my
hasn't gone to
first Red
sleep
Bull,
since.
But
I
I
can't remember if I liked it because it was 3 seconds.
It's gross. Honestly, like, Red Bull, in my opinion, is disgusting.
Does it give
I
you
like it.
wings?
It is meant to be mixed with other things.
I'll
I
tell you
can
what's
agree.
great.
The dragon fruit Red Bull is pretty good.
G Fuel is delicious.
Petite, we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by G Fuel.
This specific flavor is actually the flavor for Rebel Moon, the new, I guess, Netflix show.
It's the new
Real
Zack
fast.
Snyder movie.
It was on clearance at Walmart.
I need
There's a
to
reason
point
for
out
that.
how you reached over and grabbed your sponsored your branded G Fuel cup and held it up as though you were presenting it to sell us.
He does this every time, Jenkins.
I just noticed.
Calm
not
down,
know how much
sir.
I love G Fuel.
Calm down.
On
It's
that
almost
note,
an addiction.
Phase Energy coming to you.
To a theater near you.
To a theater near you.
Why are we
Why
selling
are we
Phase
selling-
Energy in a theater?
People order drinks in theaters.
Not energy.
Phase
No, I
Energy.
wouldn't order an energy
If
drink in a
he's
Sitting
theater.
there watching the
It'll
Notebook,
be
just buzzing.
It's for one of those showings that lets you talk during the movie.
That's.
They have those.
I don't want to go to that
Those
place.
poor
I-
people would never
It actually
shut
was
up.
pretty chill. I went
Love
to.
those
We
places.
saw Barbie on accident. It was like a. It was no. Sorry.
I've heard of Barbie
I-
on ice, but not Barbie on accident.
No, I stumbled. We
It's
went
when
to see,
OSHA
we
gets
went
involved.
to see Barbie, and on accident we went to the the special showings that have less sensory input, so you're allowed to like talk and whisper to each other and kind of do things during the movie, and it was actually pretty chill. Like some people were kind of talking a little bit, but like it didn't interrupt, and everyone was respectful about it. It was pretty chill. They were more respectful about it in that than the regular showings can be.
I
Oh, wow.
absolutely. Well, it's because
Less people go to them, and when they go there, they understand why they're there.
I cannot watch a movie without talking about it.
I know.
I remember
I
watching.
sat where I sat during D&D on purpose.
Ow.
Oh.
There is over half of that group were talking during the movie, and I sat away from all of them.
I was not.
I hate when people talk during movies,
can't
but I
help
love
it.
talking to people.
I don't
during
mind it,
movies.
like if we're at home and we're like chilling out as a
Yeah.
group watching a movie. That's okay. If I'm at the theater, you better shut up, or I'll call the manager on you and kick you out.
Never, ever, ever watch a movie with me if I have seen it over 10 times.
Oh.
I think
Because
you
I
should
will
replace the
sit-
A with the.
I will
on your
shut up.
signing.
I will sit there and
a
I will
the.
I will quote it
The only one.
the entire time.
Like, I have a visceral memory of watching one of the newer Mad Max. Visceral, I guess, isn't the right word, but it's a prominent memory in my mind. Watching one of the Mad Max movies.
Oh, it was Mad Max, so it probably was visceral.
And, being like not confused, but like pointing out like plot inconsistencies. First time I watched it, just watching the movie, and I got told by somebody in the room to shut up and enjoy the movie very sternly. And I just was like, I feel like I want to leave now, but I can't.
It's like a bad movie, but like, enjoy the movie.
Enjoy.
Here's your
It's
tickets.
like I am enjoying the movie. Why are you telling me?
It's a special kind of time to hang out and watch a movie that everyone's seen more than 10 times.
Whenever I
is.
watch a movie that I've seen a million times, I don't quote it. I just mouth it.
I quote
and that's
it
what gets
out
my
loud.
wife just so frustrated because she can hear,
The sacred mouth,
especially during like musicals.
Dude, I love it. I've already seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem more than 10 times.
I have yet
love
to
that
see
movie.
it once.
I own it. It's so good. Olivia like, no, stop. I don't want to watch it. And I'm like, I do. I will hyper-focus on this movie. Let me see.
Speaking of hyper-focusing, are you guys ready to jump back in?
No.
I mean, I am, but I don't know what happened last session.
Please don't put my mouth noises in an episode.
Oh, they're going in
They're
there,
going in there,
buddy.
bud. Episode 60 featuring Michael Petit's mouth noises.
Episode 60.1.
I-
Just the mouth noise.
Okay, so that means we need the title and then we need an FT, Michael's mouth noise.
The
Content
title,
warning at the beginning. Be
TW.
aware. There are mouth
the title should just be episode 60 featuring Michael Petit's mouth noises.
Where he mouths along to all the characters.
I would love to see the drop in listeners on the graph when this episode comes
No,
out.
just watch the rise.
We get that crowd.
I don't want to pander to that crowd. Sorry, you had a great cutaway. We robbed it from you.
It wasn't supposed to exist. Regardless
Much
if it was
like
good or
Michael
not, it shouldn't
Petit's
be
mouth
there.
noises.
It's not ours to choose what to do with the banters we are given.
Speaking of a great crowd.
Switch, because I'm going to die here.
Do you need to get it out?
I need to breathe.
So we get back in and we see the sun is just beginning to really fully rise. The gray of the morning is coming to an end, and Uver is just finishing up his last watch as the rest of the team is beginning to wake up.
I mean, unseen servant, coffee, go.
Is what you hear from Alward.
Zephyr does not exit his tent until after at least 3 people else have. 3 people else.
Val's kind of shuffling a bit more than walking. Looks kind of a little tired. A little bummed, I guess is the best word to put it. And she just kind of walks over and, like, walks just directly into, like, Sigrun as a kind of, like, doesn't want to raise your arms hug. Just a poof.
Uver is just kind of standing on the outskirts of the camp, just kind of looking out at the woods. You know, from his watch.
Has Alward left his tent yet, or is he just waiting for the coffee?
Alward would have been awake before just about everyone except for Uver, who was on watch.
For like, were you out?
Yeah, he's been out. He's making
Oh.
breakfast, cooking whatever we have. I don't know what we brought.
Well, then staying with what I said, Zephyr just doesn't look at all like he even slept. Like, he probably slept. Like, he looks rested, but he looks exactly the same as he did the day prior. Shambles out of his tent and begins to put things up after he sees Val through the tent flaps, kind of moving out.
Your eyes are a little red right now, right?
Yes, they are still, well,
They were, then they weren't, then they were.
yes, at this very moment, my eyes are still deep blood red.
Okay. Interesting. Is Neros out or is she still in her tent? I'm curious.
I mean, thematically, Neros is not out yet.
That's why I said 3, because I knew that you'd probably be last.
That's why whenever you said that, I pointed at Sam and then Jenkins and then Sven and then pointed at myself and shook my head.
After a little bit of Val just kind of standing there, she kind of just turns around. She does not have her like face makeup on or anything right now. She just kind of just shuffles straight to Neros' tent and kind of does a weird little tent knock.
Can you remind me again what she looks like without her makeup?
Like a lady.
She just doesn't. She just looks normal with the tattoo on under her eye.
Tattoo, okay.
That's about it. Otherwise, she looks the same.
I don't think I've ever seen it without the makeup, because the first time it was like dripping. No.
I don't remember.
It was like sweating off.
Yeah, like maybe he'd been crying. I'm not sure.
I
don't think I've ever seen it without makeup.
Yeah. Yeah, so she's just a little dirty. Hasn't really cleaned her face. But it's all gone. And the tattoo's just very prominent. So she kind of just plop, plop, plop.
What?
Are you awake?
I've been awake. Which, that's not normal either.
Yeah. Are you doing all right?
No, I'm not. Sorry. I'm fine.
Okay. Do you need some space, or can I come in? I don't know.
I mean, you can come in if you want. I'm not mad at you.
Oh, that's good. She'll kind of come in and sit down next to you.
Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry things didn't work out the way you were wanting. I know it must be really hard to hear a lot of that.
It's frustrating.
I can imagine, yeah.
But oh well. Is breakfast ready yet?
I think it is almost ready. He's got the thing going.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm alright. It's been a lot to hear. Crazy things. Not what I was expecting out of that, from
Nope.
what I know of how it works. That wasn't right. It's different. And I know what you said about him, but I still don't feel right about it.
I know you don't, but please just leave it alone for now.
I'll do my best. If you ever just need to talk about it, I'm here for you.
Thank you.
And just put her arm around you, if that's okay.
I think Nurse will sit there for a little bit and then get up to get some food.
As you go to get up, my unseen servant is like outside of your tent, just sitting with 2 cups of coffee. Just
And you can't see it. It's just two
yeah,
cups
it's
of
just
coffee
2 floating
floating.
cups of coffee. Just
I just take the cups. Thank you, Alwood, and give one to Val.
I keep telling him I don't drink coffee.
More for me.
sorry, Val, I can't have it make coffee and tea at the same time.
Why haven't I gotten any
all right.
coffee yet?
I hide the second coffee mug from him.
We probably shouldn't waste much time and get moving as soon as we're done.
Yes, that I think would be best.
Is it fair if you want to start breaking down the tents?
I've already got mine down. I think it's everybody else's responsibility for theirs.
I've been making breakfast. If I would appreciate it if...
I can take it down, Alward.
Thank you, Val.
I'm already over there taking it down.
Well, I'll take mine down in a minute. I gotta finish putting on my...
I'm already over there taking yours down.
My makeup stuff's in there.
Don't worry about it. I put it in a box over there.
Zafir. Just tent deconstructor extraordinaire.
She's gonna go over to where he
has a
tossed
certain
it
set
and
of
start
skills.
putting on her face paint.
I left a mirror there too.
Thank you.
I'm sure you don't already know how to do it without seeing a mirror.
That's fair.
So before we do take off and stuff, you do notice one different change about me. It's that I've taken that charm amulet thingy from Saito that we got a long time ago, and I have affixed it to my hand or my wrist so that I could possibly use it in the future.
Nice. Good job.
And now we can leave.
And with that, we do a Star Wars style wipe transition to the party, all in single file, making their way through the woods again. As you are continuing along deeper into the forest, following the footprints, Sven, you were the survivalist who was leading everybody. Go ahead and give me a survival check.
How far away did we think we were? Because he was saying a day and a half. I was thinking an hour or two.
That's what the survival check is how far are we?
Okay.
We also slept in between. So if they made any more progress.
11.
Yeah, it's difficult to say. The footprints are clear enough that it's not difficult to follow them, but knowing how far ahead they are and how long it'll take to catch up, it's difficult to tell.
You can see Uver. He's up front, and it's like he's lost in thought as he's thinking of something, and he's not focusing very well on the trail in front of him. I'm sorry. Could somebody else try to lead for a little while? I need to think.
That's all right, Uver. Yeah, I can try. It's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Usually help out. Was it survival?
Mm-hmm.
And as he gestures for you to take front, he passes by outward. Hey, where are you at?
I would think I'd be behind Val. Because I know he's in the back. Because he likes being in the back. I don't know where she would be.
Probably next to Val.
Sorry. He being Zephyr and she being Neros. So somewhere in there.
Don't forget Cornelius.
We always forget Cornelius.
Cornelius doesn't matter right now.
I'm just thinking he's got to be in the line somewhere.
He's
He
on
usually
Val's
rides
shoulder.
next to Val.
So there's two people next to Val.
No, he's on Val.
Oh, okay.
No, he's got a pony.
Perched on
Oh,
his
he has a little
shoulder.
pony?
Yeah.
Uver lets Val go before him, and then he kind of gets closer to Alward, and he says, Alward, there's something about the runes are bothering me. Can we discuss it, perhaps?
I mean, sure. As long as we're alert in the forest that wants to kill us.
No. I am keeping watch. I just, it's on my mind. And he just kind of pulls you back a little bit.
I don't think it's. I know you're not pulling me back a lot, but the second we start going back further in the group, I was like, I don't think it's a good idea for us to be too separated if we can.
Oh, no. I don't want to lose track of them. I know that there is a lot on the mind of the rest of the party, and this is personal matter.
Wait, the party has something else. What's going on with them? Are they acting different?
I don't know. It's just Val and Neros and the red eyes of Zephyr.
Gross.
It is.
They're women. He doesn't understand.
Makes sense.
But he just keeps pulling you back from the group, just to the back of the
I
line.
understand.
And Zephyr, you pass us, I would imagine.
Keep your eyes on old man.
I will watch. I will
Just
watch.
continue walking forward.
What I don't understand about what's happening with the runes, and he starts showing you one of the runes on his arm, and he just says, "This one appeared recently. It's new."
Mm-hmm. Is it? Are you talking about the one that we transcribed?
No, this is a new rune on my arm.
The one that. A new one?
A new one.
When?
That is what I wanted to speak with you about. You see, and he holds it up, and it is a new rune.
Like on his forearm?
Yeah, he just pulls it back and just see. Do you see it?
I mean, yeah, it's right there.
It's what does that make any sense? And it's like he's forgotten how to move forward. He's now focused on that. He's not walking as much.
I'm gonna have Alfred's trying to be as polite as possible, but seeing the group like continually get ahead, and he's like trying to move forward.
No, and he just stops. But there's another one, right here. I didn't notice it.
Guys, yeah, no.
Is there a bend in the road?
No, you're following just footprints down the trail, so it's a little bit bendy, but there's not like a real curve.
Zephyr has slowed down hearing Outward yelling, but kind of not to a complete stop, just kind of eyeing back, making sure, seeing what's going on.
You just see
Like
Uver
giving you a little bit of space.
motioning to his arm.
They pop up all the time. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. Like, what?
No, look, and he pulls his horse back, and he comes around to the other side.
Are you okay?
And
Are you Uver?
Make a perception check.
What? What?
Is this for initiative?
At this point, no.
What?
No, it's not very.
This is a perception check.
29.
Nice.
That's a success.
Is this what it felt like when I asked you for a wisdom save?
you see Uver try to grab you and drag you into the forest.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
He sees it.
So what you're seeing is Uver grabbing at you. So hasn't made any checks yet. So he's not successful at this point, but he's reaching out at you. I'm going to point out too, along with this, Alward, with that high of a perception check, it just occurred to you something that's been just an issue at the back of your mind. Those runes, you've studied those runes. They're wrong. They are not the runes.
Oh no!
What?
Are we seeing this happen?
I think at least Zephyr has a clear view of this. If you guys have stopped to look back, you probably see this happening as well.
I just rolled perception and I got well above 25. So Zephyr in that moment looks back and sees the action of you trying to pull him. He looks back towards the front and says, "Val, Neros, stop."
Meanwhile, Uver, question mark, were you going to try to grab Alward and drag him off?
I was.
We'll go ahead and do like a pseudo initiative. We don't need to be on a map for this. We'll try and keep it a little bit more narrative. Actually, yeah, go ahead and roll initiative. If you can beat Alward's perception, you can go
Excuse
first.
you.
And if you wanted to do something different about your
Yeah.
initiative.
I do, because I like the idea of what that he sees it happen, because I rolled above an 11, and it's only going to increase it by 1.
Okay.
But
So that would pump it up to a 30 then, correct?
yeah, it bumps it up to a 30, and I break ties.
Nice.
I mean, you still beat me.
Can I use my 27 as a perception? for-
Yes, you can use that as your initiative as well.
Do we need to roll?
Yeah, I want you to go ahead as well.
I rolled a 3 on the die.
Ah,
Oh, thank goodness. Nice.
Okay.
If this is what I think it is, good job. This is fun. I love these things. I like doing these to players.
If it is what I think it is, if it is what I think you think it is, I'm not excited.
Is it a mimic?
We get to
Is it
kill
mimic?
Uver. I'm
Is
so
Uver a
happy.
mimic?
The real question is where's the real Uver?
all right. So I believe Alward's going first then,
Okay.
unless Val or Neros beat 30.
No.
28.
Okay. All right, so Alward, then you see Uver, and as you're just starting to realize those runes are not right, they are not the right runes, they're just random symbols, you see him like lunging at you.
Would I have traveled enough with Uver, fought enough beside him to know, like, some base information about him, like his saves, and which one is the best or the worst, like which one he's good at, and
Oh,
which
yeah.
one he's bad at?
I don't think you would need to roll to know what are good saves and what are bad saves for
You
him.
do not have to tell me the number. What is your weakest save?
As Uver,
As Uver?
Yeah. I don't need. I don't know what's going on. I just see you trying to grab me in a very violent way. I'm going to react, but I don't want to hurt you.
Either fortitude or reflex. They're
Give
the
me
same.
1 second.
I don't like this.
I need a fortitude save. This is one action.
Cool. 12.
Right. That I'm presuming is a failure since my DC is 22. So what's going to happen is just before you can like lunge to grab me, a violent force is going to push you 10 feet away from me, presumably off your horse. And then it's one action to make a ride check to move.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to I would like to ride my horse ahead to where Zephyr's at. And then for my final action, recall knowledge.
All right. And what are you recalling knowledge about?
What is going on with my friend? Like, what could have caused it? Like, he's acting very
Gotcha.
different. Like, he's trying to pull me into the forest, and I don't like that.
He's a skinwalker.
What is your nature bonus?
Not good. That's actually not bad. 11.
Wow. That's a crit success.
Nice.
I don't believe you.
So, with the perception check that you succeeded and your recall knowledge check, as you're looking at Uver, whom you've pushed off the horse, you're now seeing through the illusion. Just Alward at this point. Alward, you see, instead of a dwarf having fallen off of this horse, you see a mound of leaves, moss, and branches that's like trying to like assemble itself back into a dwarf shape on the ground. And you realize that you are up against a woodland stalker.
That doesn't sound fun.
Man, I hope you got your backup character. Because
This
Uver's
is his
gone, and
backup
we don't need
character.
to go looking for him.
Can I
Nice.
get a lore drop about them before my questions?
Yeah, so a horrific amalgamation of fungus, leaves, and vines, a woodland stalker has no true shape per se. Instead, the true form of a woodland stalker is more akin to a swarm of plants and fungus that have banded together in a hive to hunt sapient creatures. They do so by using innate illusory magic to cast a glamour over themselves to appear identical to a humanoid of their choice.
What do we want to know?
What does
Where
it
is
do with
Uver?
people?
Yeah, I get. Yeah, what does it do with people? It glamours, I guess.
It consumes them.
Is it safe to assume our friend is gone? That's not my question. Would I know if it's based off the critical success? Would I know if it's like is it capable of speech?
Yes.
Okay. Would
Obviously.
I know common languages?
Well,
Well, it could be like part of the glamour. It's mimicking.
typically they would be able to speak Fey and Skald, or whatever would be the common
Okay.
language in the area.
Should we do weaknesses or saves?
Or special ability.
Oh yeah, or special ability. Let's do special ability.
So special ability, obviously it does have the ability to disguise itself as others. Also, let's see. They are designed to attack those who are left unawares, so they do have essentially the sneak attack ability from the rogue class.
Okay. When I get up there, I'm gonna like, that's not Uver.
And it is Val's turn.
Val will take a look at it and be like, what do you mean?
He tried to pull me off my horse. It's not Uver.
Can I, look?
Sounds like using a single action to seek.
Yeah. Is that perception?
Yes.
22.
Yes, that is a success. With Alward, pointing it out and letting you know what the issue is, and you making that successful roll, you have also pierced the illusion, and you see the pile of leaves and plant matter as well.
Oh. Some sort of plant monster thing. She's gonna use an action to stride up to it, I guess, and then attack with her last action.
Zephyr and Nero's just watching Val beat up on an old man.
It is 40 feet. I don't know if that really matters.
I believe that horses can move that far.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Awesome. Is he still prone?
Oh, he would be, yeah.
So he'd be off guard. That doesn't change the hit, though, right?
No.
That's going to be 9 slashing damage. 9 magical slashing damage. And that's my turn.
All right. And Neros, what did you roll?
I rolled a 12.
What was the total?
A 12.
Oh. Pardon me.
I rolled
What did you get,
412.
Zafir?
In that case, it is Zephyr's
27.
turn.
So, question. First of all, that new amulet thingy, that correct gives me a free action to draw a weapon, correct?
Yeah, you can summon a weapon into your hand with that as a free action as part of doing a strike. But if you want to summon a weapon without doing a strike at the same time, it costs 1 action.
So when you say summon a weapon, what about the weapons that I have on my own?
So you wouldn't be able to draw your short bow with that, but you would be able to like magically conjure a short bow.
Okay, I see what's going on. Okay, instead of that, I'm going to need a will save.
Ooh.
30.
Ooh.
Nothing happens and that ends my turn.
Wait, save or suck?
He was doing the. Were you doing the prison?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's a third 3 action or 3 whatever.
Oh, it's 3 actions too?
Yeah, it's 3 actions.
Wow.
Sorry, buddy. I rolled an 18.
No,
It's okay,
you're
it's not you.
You're loving this. You monster.
Yes.
Oh, but that means I've lost that spell slot.
And that brings us to Uver's turn.
I would have rather had the weak one, but you will do just as well.
Well, thank you.
Does a 26 hit?
Do you take any penalties for being prone?
On your attack roll,
Yeah.
I think it's still a -2.
I get up.
Okay.
Yes, it's a -2 circumstance penalty if you attack from prone.
I get up.
You get up first, and then.
I was gonna stand, yes.
I don't think my horse provides me anything, so that is a hit. My AC is 25, so yes, that's a hit.
Okay. So you are going to take 9 damage, and you're grabbed.
Cool.
For the grab, the way that works, since you don't use this format
I don't
for
use
stat
that
blocks,
format at all.
you do still have to make an athletics check, but you do so without any penalties.
So
And it will use your last action to do that.
that's fine. That's what I was gonna do anyway. So
So he stood up, attacked, and then grabbed.
Yes.
Okay.
23.
Fortitude 23. That is 1 over my fortitude DC.
Sad.
Again.
Okay, you're grabbed.
All right, I'm grabbed. Cool. Exciting.
And now it is Neros' turn. So, Neros, since you haven't broken through the illusion yet, what you see is Val rides up and hacks at Uver with her glaive, and then Uver lets out his eerie, like, I would have had the weak one, and then he reaches up and his arm just gets, like, really elongated and just grabs Val around her neck.
I don't think that's Uva.
Quick reminder of how, because we haven't really dealt with major illusions and stuff. Is it you are not allowed to disbelieve the illusion until something is shown, or is it you can make a check when something is shown to disbelieve an illusion, and then that is an act? Like, how does that fun? Because his arm stretching is weird.
So with illusions, the way they work in the system is you can make a check to disbelieve an illusion at any time. You just probably wouldn't do that unless you have a reason to think there's an illusion. So, like, you could just be like, I don't think this floor is real. Can I check to see if it's real or not? You know? But that would be strange behavior unless you had a reason to think the floor was not real. So with Uver's arm just stretching out, that's a pretty good reason to think that that's not real.
And his weird, creepy, raspy, non-Uver voice.
What? This is totally Uver's voice.
With that being said, of course, you don't
Really?
have to spend an action to disbelieve the illusion if you want to just go, yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not real, and just act accordingly.
I would love to not spend an action to try and disbelieve that. I think just seeing his freaking arm stretch like some sort of gremlin, yeah, would clue me in. So how far away are they?
Let's say 30 feet.
Perfect. I love that. I'm going to cast Telekinetic Projectile on non-Uver.
Nice.
Newver.
No, he's not joining the party.
Okay. 27.
That hits.
Okay. 17 points of damage.
What type of damage?
What did I pick up?
Yeah, what did you hit him with?
Telekinetic projectile?
It's bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing as appropriate for the object that you hurled.
Oh.
So I'm gonna say, since we're on just a path, just a rock or something, and bludgeoning damage.
It doesn't look like it all went through.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
What was the total again?
17.
Okay.
Is that how my weapon also didn't all go through?
No, looked good for you.
Oh. Interesting.
Something tells me there's some sort of immunity or resistance.
Yeah,
to
he might be open to slashing, but
to
not
just
to others.
yeah.
Sven's enjoying it.
Yeah, he is.
What? No.
And then I'm going to. What do I need to roll to disbelieve the illusion, or do I need to at this point?
Perception, if you want to disbelieve the illusion.
Okay, I'd like to, so I can recall knowledge later.
Okay.
That means you just stabbed him without disbelieving it's Uwe.
That's not a good roll. 13.
You're peering at him, but it's like, no, it looks like Uwe with a really stretchy arm.
I just hit my friend with a rock. That is my turn.
All right, and with that, it rolls back around to Alward.
Word.
While I'm looking something up, how does the thing look?
A bit beat up, but like it could keep going if it wanted to.
It still has all its leaves.
It's not sapped yet.
Alward still like coming to the realization of everything that's going on, and he's just going to kind of look at the creature and be like, where's my friend? And then his psyche's going to unleash, and I'm going to amp a telekinetic projectile at the creature. Oh. I'm going to use a hero point.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 4.
Mm.
That's better. It's not good,
Oh.
but it's better.
Sam, have you touched mine or Jenkins's dice tonight?
Not today.
Okay.
Not for lack of trying.
19.
Nope.
They're there.
It's okay. It's okay. So since I'm next to Zephyr, this will be the first time that something like this has happened to you. But whenever you go to an attack, right beforehand, I see basically a vision with you missing and you succeeding, and you get the fortune effect for your next attack roll or other skill check.
Ooh. Well, I did get something similar. Didn't get the effect, but when I saw you die in that flower patch.
Yeah, it's similar to that, but this one actually affects you, and it's a vision of yourself and not me.
I don't like that. I mean, I like that, but I don't like that. Thank you, though.
You're welcome.
Jenkins, when you threw the telekinetic projectile, you were like, what happened to my friend? Were you expecting an answer, or are you just...
Or if it wants to answer.
It looks at you and just goes, a big grin.
It says.
It says a big grin.
Grin.
Oh, that's
Knock, knock,
terrible.
It just looks at you and goes,
And with that, it is Val's turn.
So for my first action, Sigrun's gonna fly down and flank you with me, and she's gonna slash with her talons. Oh, nope, that's not gonna do it. That's a 15 total.
yep.
Alright. In that case, for me, I'm kind of stuck there. What Val's going to do is...
Off guard, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You're off guard to me, too. Because you're flanked.
Oh, yeah, true.
So Val considers something. She starts feeling some energy flowing through her arm, but she kind of pushes it back, and instead the glaive begins to glow as a bunch of the little Kirby crackles come off of it, and she unleashes a divine retribution against you.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, jeez. 24 flat-footed.
That hits.
Oh,
Off guard.
I've got.
It's going to take so long to get used to the new terms.
Mm-hmm.
Transition period.
That is 11 slashing damage. Are you unholy? and or evil, if we're still using the old version of this weapon,
No.
then that is the end of my turn.
Are you unholy?
Only on the weekends.
What?
Everybody is unholy on the week.
Zephyr.
Okay, so seeing that all this happens, Zephyr's not even worried about seeing through the illusion, and he just wants to shoot this weird Uver. Doesn't even care. Somebody else laugh. I feel like
An opportunity to kill Uber. Zephyr is so happy.
and
I don't know how I feel about this.
he is going to draw his bow, his physical one, not the one that lets him do a thing, and shoot a arrow imbued with ignite, because that seems to do the most damage to everything.
You're gonna set it on fire?
Hopefully.
Okay.
Oh, you do have fortune, so roll again and
Do you
take
have
the better.
fortune? Okay. Well, that was worse. So. Does a 23 hit?
It does.
Okay. It's number time again. We're going to start with the regular damage. That's 6 plus 2 fire. 10. So 10 more fire damage. So that is 12 fire damage, 6 arrow damage.
Nice.
And that ends my turn.
All right, so your arrow flies over and hits Uver's shoulder. And no, Zephyr, you're very familiar with what it looks like when flesh gets burned, I presume.
I wouldn't tell anyone, but yes.
It's the weekend.
You're having not seen through the illusion, it seems a little bit odd to you that the arrow hits Uver's shoulder and then like his shoulder just starts to like crackle and burn.
I've never hit an Uver with a burning arrow before, so this could be normal.
Could be.
He's got runes all over him.
It does seem that the fire was more effective than the arrow.
I'll have to shoot you with a flaming arrow if we find you alive sometime.
And he is now very sapped. And it is now Uver's turn.
Well,
Tree bear.
after that, as you hit him with that fire arrow, you just hear him I'm not going to try and do this. You just hear this unholy screeching. And as a reaction, now everybody can see this creature.
Nah, I still think it's Uver.
This is
You
what
need to
Uber's always
shave,
been.
Uver.
Haven't you ever just wanted to shoot your friend?
But what happens is that suddenly the illusion's gone. Or more specifically, I discard glamour as he howls in pain, releases Val, and just starts running into the woods.
And are using all 3 actions, just book it.
Yep.
How fast is he?
You guys' speed, but he can move through the woods without having to worry about like difficult terrain and stuff. So he just 75 feet off into the woods.
Yep.
Crap. I can't try to imprison him again. I don't have that spell set.
Neros,
What do you want me to do about it?
it's up to you. You can let it go.
Are we? Oh,
We got things to do. We can
are we
just leave.
chasing it? Can we just leave it?
Well, it has Uver.
It has Uver?
Either that or it's eaten Uver. Maybe it's running back to its lair.
Are we chasing it?
I mean, it knows where Uver's at.
But if we go off the path,
Do we?
But we have to get Uver.
that's right.
All right,
sure.
fine. I will pursue.
We have to get off of our horses, though.
To pursue into the woods, yes, you would have to dismount because you wouldn't be able to ride your horses through the woods like that. I mean, I guess you could follow, but it would be slowly because you'd have to
Right,
like
yeah.
zigzag and work your way around. So Neros, you are pursuing?
Yep.
All right. Make for me either an acrobatics check or a survival check.
Ooh, I'm untrained in both.
Ooh.
It's a 5 total.
So you slide off your horse and begin trying to charge into the bushes after the creature. You barely make it like 5 feet off the trail before you go over like an unexpected dip where tree roots have held up the dirt, but time has eroded right past that, and you fall and lose your balance. By the time you're able to get back up again, it takes you a minute to even realize which direction you're facing.
Okay.
And following an initiative order, does anybody else want to chase after this creature?
How far away is he from me?
At this point, 75 feet. Well, 75 feet. I don't care about Pythagoras.
Okay.
Pythagoras. He's 75 feet away.
And
from
how
you.
does he look?
Very beat up.
I'm going to cast an amped telekinetic projectile and use warp space to cast it 30 feet ahead of me with an additional 60-foot range from the spell itself.
Jeez.
Nice.
And hope I hit and not roll a 7.
I love Alward. Did you roll a 7?
I rolled a 2!
Do you have a hero point?
No!
Do you want one of mine?
I can't.
Sorry, buddy.
Ah! You were rolling 18s. What happened? 2 18s in a row.
Ooh. So, Alward, from your horse, you focus on this leafy, plantish creature, booking it off through the woods, and you levitate up a rock or something off the ground, and you hurl it at the creature. But just before it hits him, it collides into a tree and just clatters off into the forest.
I'm sorry, Jenkins.
I have no other spells to use. Can I recall knowledge on it again to know a general vibe of where we could track this thing to if needed,
Sure.
or what it does with its prey or whatever?
Not a critical success, but a success. You know that usually these creatures consume their prey, and they don't put them in a larder or anything.
So it's they eat them, they're gone.
That would be a reasonable assumption. It's not necessarily the only outcome, but it is a reasonable assumption. If the woodland stalker was able to overpower Uver, he is most likely dead. Val?
I have two options here. I could shoot a sunblade at him, which would do fire damage, or I could give Sigrun 3 actions and just have it, because it's faster than him, and just have Sigrun just kill it as it's trying to run away. So I could try and do some fire damage just to proc its weakness to see if it dies, because it seems really close to death.
I mean, I think that's a good idea.
But if it doesn't die, it'll get away. Unless Zephyr can do anything as well. What do you guys think? Anyone else? Not you, Sven.
You're currently our enemy right now.
Zephyr, are you going to be able to do anything to shoot him or anything?
I mean, I'd only get one shot,
Same.
Yeah, same.
so I don't know if...
I'm currently in a hole.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Sigrun. I'm going to do 2 actions. Sigrun gets 3 actions. She has 60 feet of movement, so she wouldn't really get to him, right? Because he's 75 feet away from her?
Right.
So then she'd use a second action to get in front of him, and then use her talons. It's a natural one.
It's a natural miss.
Sigrun is a named character,
Oh no. I forgot about that.
unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
Sigrun is fatigued. She hit the wall.
She hit a tree.
She hits a tree.
Is Sigrun
That
a
is
she or he?
thematic.
She
That is very thematic.
take a -1 penalty to saving throws and AC. Cool. That's and then I have one more action, so I will start chasing as best as I can.
So you're going to run off the trail?
Yeah.
All right. I will need an acrobatics check or a nature check. Or sorry, survival. Acrobatics or survival check.
For a 23.
All right. So you are able to move your full movement. So you are now 50 feet behind the creature.
Hold on, my movement is 20 feet.
Oh, then you are 55 feet behind the creature and 20 feet off the trail.
I definitely can't keep up with this thing. Cool. That is my turn.
All right, Zephyr.
Seeing that... Well, actually, Alward, what did you do?
Nothing.
Okay, so
I
you didn't
tried to hit
pursue
it with something and failed miserably.
So saying that Neros and Val have run into the forest.
You hear Nero squeak as she falls into a hole. Just hear, ah!
Punk.
You know, I think I too will... Wait, 2? Nobody else did this. I will recharge my spell strike and then send another arrow flying with a -2, correct?
Yeah, because he is just slightly out of the first range increment.
That's
Sorry.
natural 20.
That was 10 out of 10.
What? Did you put a spell on it? Ignite?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Suck it, Sven.
I don't know how it works with the
you're an enemy right now.
I'm a little sad. I was going to do something.
I love
bad.
getting to kill Sven.
I don't even know what to do right now.
Characters. His characters.
What's the card?
So it would be bicep wound. The creature's enfeebled 1 until healed.
I don't know if it's gonna matter.
I don't think it's going to matter.
Petite's rolling numbers.
So there's already 10 piercing damage, I'm guessing, with the arrow.
Yeah.
Plus,
Is that doubled or not doubled?
That's not doubled. I'm not doubling anything. So that's...
Hooray!
Hold on. 8 plus 6 plus 3. That's 17 fire damage.
So that would be
27 damage overall.
times 2.
54 damage. Did I do that right?
I think so.
So you loose this arrow, and Val is fighting her way through the brush, trying to keep up as best as she can. Sigurd has crashed into a tree and is trying to gain her bearings. This leaf plant creature is like vaulting over a fallen tree and is about to duck out of sight when your arrow just whizzes through, catches it dead center of the back, and it just kind of slumps across the log and just begins to smolder. And we are out of initiative again.
I send Rustaford to get an overview.
Where's Uver?
Where am I?
You're right here. Here, take my hand. I want to help you up.
As far as we know, this thing was Uver since this morning, so we might have to turn back and go to camp.
Yeah, if he ate Uver, would it be in his body?
Do we
Don't know.
Do we search
If
him
he
first?
ate Uver, would it be in his body?
I'm waiting on Rustaford to tell me what he sees from the carnage.
So, content warning. If you don't like gruesome things, skip ahead a bit. So typically the way that these things consume their prey is they take them to somewhere safe, kill them, let them rot a little bit, and then just sort of, get their roots in and, get all the nutrition as it's coming out.
Nice.
A human Slurpee.
Yay! I mean, gross.
So it wouldn't be in his body.
No.
So where's Uver?
So I guess we go back and see.
Wait, he'd be somewhere in the forest.
Is it going to be the same if we go back, though? Doesn't the forest move?
Our
I mean, we
guide is gone. I don't know.
I'll
We-
take us back. Let's go.
had a campfire, so maybe.
Rustaford flutters back and lands on Zephyr's shoulder and is like, it just appears to be smoldering leaves and moss. It smells awful.
You don't think it's going to catch to the rest of the forest, do you?
No, it's very damp over there.
Oh, good.
Can I keep my previous survival check and just head back, or do you need me to reroll survival?
So with your survival check, you said it was a 32,
That
I
was a
think?
23.
A 23.
Which, I mean,
with the 23, you know two things. One, as long as the forest cooperates, you'd be able to guide everybody back to the campsite. But two, you're only a few hours behind your quarry. Like, you could probably catch up with them by noon.
right, but we don't want to leave it there.
No, and we
so
kind of need him.
I will plead to the forest to help us find Uver.
Mm.
Close your eyes and stamp.
So she'll be
Avatar,
like,
anyone?
she'll just be like, as we're going, she's like, Forest, woods, our friend Uver had talked to you and beseeched you for aid before. Now we beseech you for aid to help us find him. Something happened to him, or we're not sure where he is or how to find him, but we need to help him, and we need you to help us. We plead for your assistance here.
Make a nature check.
I will not try to aid you.
Oh, I mean, I could try to aid, but
I could not even try.
What?
what do you get?
The natural one for a total of 10.
A branch comes down, smacks you in the face.
Well, Uber's dead. I guess we're out of here.
That's not funny.
The forest just appears to be silent.
I'll just hightail it back as fast as we can.
I don't see us moving forward in the forest without him.
Oh, we need him.
We're not going to abandon him.
So, as you're making your way back to camp, you're following your trail back, following those footprints back, and you've gone a few minutes when, Val, you're still leading the way.
Mm-hmm.
You notice off to your side, there is just a bit ways out into the woods, just about 75 feet away, there's a bit of smoldering foliage.
Val's just going to hop off the horse and start running.
Over to the smoldering foliage?
Yeah.
Do you see something?
Yeah, you make it about halfway before you realize that you have gone in a circle.
Ugh.
This is definitely the body of the creature, still just smoldering out in the woods.
She comes back and she's like, we just went around in a circle. Can somebody else lead?
It was Uver who made the pact with the forest. Now that he's out of the picture, I don't think they'll play any favor.
I mean, we kept it to you.
I don't know if I could Sigurd fly above the canopy.
Yeah, I suppose so.
We could maybe tie a rope to him. We have over 200 feet of rope.
I don't know how the magic works, though.
That's fair.
I don't know. Could I try calling out to, like, Gazra?
Yeah, with a religion check?
Yeah. So, fleeting to the forest didn't help, so she's going to the manager, and she's going to talk to Gazra. It's a 26.
That's a good roll. Could you paint a picture for me of, like, what that looks like?
She'll take some leaves and the ceremonial dagger that she has and sort of just, like, whisk them up in the wind, because Gazra is often seen as both, like, wind and, like, leaves and such.
Mm-hmm.
And then through that, she'll kind of do a prayer in that.
And specifically, are you just, like, asking Gazra for help and guidance, or specifically to get back to the campsite?
For help and guidance to find Uver.
Okay.
And that he'd be safe.
So you kind of close your eyes in concentration as you're uttering this prayer, and when you open them, no one else really saw when it happened, but it looks like your footprints ended where you are. So, like, you know you need to be going south to get back to the campsite, and there's just forest. Like, the trail that you thought you were following is just gone now. But if you turn back around and look the other way, it seems more clear and more obvious to you to go north now.
Then north we'll go. She'll be like, all right, I think I've got it this way.
As you are walking along, you hear a sound drifting in on the wind, and at first you're not quite sure what it is, and then you make out that it seems to be somebody whistling. Val, you are the first one to realize that you recognize the tune as the title, The Two Fetching Fetchlings. And that's where we'll end this episode.
I don't like that.
All right.
Do not understand.
So the hero point for this session is going to Petite for his excellent tactical decisions and his excellent DPS.
Well, thank you, everyone. I was going to go find out how flesh burned, but that sounds like a bad idea. So I think I'm just going to go sit down and not think about what was happening to that creature and what he may have done to Uver.
It's worth the Google.
No.
FBI. Let's not have the FBI look
Wait,
at our search history
What
right now.
specifically is worth the Google?
Hey, we're done here.
And we'll see you all in the next episode. This has been an Atomic Broadcasting production. Pathfinder, Galarian, and the Lost Omens world setting are copyright of Paizo. More information at paizo.com. Music in the show is from Monument Studios' collection, as well as assorted artists, with some original tracks composed by Jordy Hake. More details in the description. If you enjoyed the show, please remember to share with a friend, and we'll look forward to seeing you again next time.
I'm liking to imagine all of the stuff that normally floats around Alward is now just happening on its horse's fur. I'm surrounded by impressions of my psyche now.
Hair.
Fur.
It's not the same.
It's a thing.
They're shaggy mountain horses.